We're going to switch gears. Joining me is Alabama Senator Britt, newly elected member of the Appropriations Committee and the Banking Committee. Senator Britt, welcome to the Kudlow Show. First of all, we're very pleased to have you. Second of all, you probably heard some of that discussion with my pal Art Laffer. You probably know Art Laffer. Dick Shelby knew a lot about Art Laffer and had to put up with me down through the years. I mean, if you can make a deal of some kind over the debt ceiling that would roll back spending, it would seem to me you want to put people back to work, and you seem to me putting work requirements back into it. After all, it was Bill Clinton, Democrat, who started this with Newt Gingrich, Republican. What do you think? I mean, am I asking too much even for this conversation?
Not at all. I actually had this very conversation with Congressman Gary Palmer from Alabama, who is the Republican policy chair on the House. We discussed this and talked about the need for work requirements for these benefits. It's the dignity of a hard day's work. That's what this country was founded on. You know, you put your head down, you work hard, and in this nation, you can achieve more than your father before you. Preserving that American dream, getting us back to business as usual, means getting everybody back to the table and investing in making this country better across the board.
I mean, it's right. You know, I've talked about this with Bill Bennett, former education secretary under Reagan. It's the dignity of work. It's the happiness of a job well done. We've kind of lost that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We don't want to lose that. And, you know, also it does add up to a lot of budget savings and a lot of deficit reduction if you go down that road. So I'm just hoping you and your Senate colleagues, you know, go for it, or convince Mitch McConnell to go for it.
Larry, it's essential. When we look at this, you know, part of what drove me off the sideline is my husband and I don't recognize the nation anymore. And as parents of two middle school children, we believe we should leave things better for them, not worse. And when you're looking at that, the debt and the burden that we are saddling that next generation and the next generation with is unsettling and it's unsustainable. And it's not only fiscally irresponsible, to me, it's morally irresponsible. We have got to find a way to get to a balanced budget, to put in the appropriate spending caps, and to roll back spending. You know, we have to remember that this money is not ours. This is taxpayer money, and it is best served when it is back in their pockets. And so that is what I hope to be a voice for returning to those common sense policies that we saw. You discussed Reagan and it being his birthday. I look forward to being a force for that. I've been proud to sign on to a letter with Senator Mike Lee that we sent to the president that said, let's do this. And we even gave some examples in there. Was proud to be a co-sponsor of Senator Rick Scott's Full Faith and Credit Act, making sure that we maintain the full faith and credit of the United States of America, keeping to our obligations both with Social Security and Medicare, and also to our brave servicemen and women and our veterans as well.
Well, great for you. All good. It puts me in a really good mood. I didn't realize it was Reagan's birthday today. Right there.
Me too.
It puts me in a good mood. Seems like yesterday that I worked for him. Anyway, let me ask you another thing. You were just down at the border. The border's still a catastrophe. What did I read? A new report says 800,000 illegals into the country with no court date even set. So that's just more catch and release. Senator Britt, the thing is, though, there's this, look, I don't know where you are in this. I'll just put my cards on the table. We could have positive legal immigration reform, which would be a good thing, and I think would help all the families and everybody involved and would help the United States. But this illegal, sometimes we characterize it in tough law and order terms, but you kind of have to. I mean, positive is good. Illegal, negative is not good. And I don't know what to do about this because Biden doesn't seem to care about it, ma'am.
No, he doesn't. And that's problem number one. We have a president and an administration that will not even acknowledge that we have a crisis at our border. The first thing we must do is seal and secure our border. You know, it took the president 718 days to make his way down to the border for 3 hours. When Larry, don't forget, he had carved out 146 days for vacation time during that same time period. But I have been twice in my first month here in the U.S. Senate. Thanks to Senator Marsha Blackburn and Senator Joni Ernst, I've had the opportunity to see this crisis firsthand. I said, you know, we have people in D.C. that always think they know best. I believe in listening to the boots on the ground and asking the tough questions and asking for the unvarnished truth in response. That's exactly what we got both in Texas and California and in Mexico in these trips. What we heard is the Border Patrol agents have now been relegated because of the number of migrants coming over the border to going inside and essentially pushing paper, or as they said, becoming Uber drivers instead of doing what they did, which was take an oath to the United States of America to protect and secure our border. When they're inside doing those things, what they're missing is people who want to evade the law and come into this country for the wrong reasons. We've seen the fentanyl deaths in this nation skyrocket. We lost 107,000 people to fentanyl overdose in this country. It is a crisis of epic proportion, and it's one that we must take seriously. It is affecting every community across our great nation.
I would be surprised if the president even mentions it in the State of the Union, but we will see. Anyway, Senator Katie Britt, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, even through a TV screen. Thank you for coming on the show. All the best.
Thank you for having me.
You bet.